drunk. I drank a whole bunch of whiskey and then like had some beers after that, so I was like seeing almost double.
Did you see any ghosts?
Well, this guy's wearing a white T-shirt and he's like Aryan race, so he kind of looks like a ghost already. So yeah, I guess so.
It'd be funny if an Aryan race, if like they started doing the ice bucket challenge.
I will now show my superiority by doing ice bucket challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, the ice bucket Aryan challenge.
The Iceman cometh. How about that?
Well, anyways, this is Hot Mike's.
Hot Mike's.
And Dudditz was talking about his experience with this game here.
Yeah, it's Streets of Rage. I love this game. This game is like renowned because of, it seems like the music more than like anything else. People just are like, oh, the music is so kick-ass. And this guy, I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head, but he wrote a lot of music for the Sega Mega Drive, or the Genesis as it was known in America. And it fits so well. It's just like very befitting music. Anyway,
do you know any Nazis? Because I think it'd be kind of cool to get them on a drive to do the ice bucket challenge.
The Iceman cometh.
This was brought up to me. I mean, I guess it raised a lot of money, but it's getting kind of old because on Facebook,
yeah,
and even on YouTube and everything else, people are doing these ice bucket challenges, and you know what that's basically saying.
What? I'm a follower. I'm like a sheep.
No, and I can't take the credit for this epiphany that I'm about to share, but it's basically saying, hey, I'm gonna dump all this ice over my head because I'm too cheap to pay any money towards a charity, so I'm just gonna do this bullshit, and I'm gonna make
right.
you guys. I'm gonna make you put you guys on the line to go donate money or dump ice on you. It's basically just passing the buck. Like, I don't want to donate.
Well,
so it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool if we could get some like neo-Nazis to do it.
Well, if it was real Nazis, they'd be like, we are already as cool as ice. We don't need to do ice bucket challenge. We don't understand. Why must we do this? It does not make any sense. Okay, you go to a concentration camp now.
Oh, that's cool. I was just watching this movie on Netflix with that guy from The Notebook.
Yeah.
Played this. He was like a KKK leader in the 60s, and it turns out he was exposed because he was Jewish. Like he was.
Oh yeah, the boss soundtrack. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there. The boss soundtrack just gets me every time in this game. It's so good.
Oh, sweet. All right, Dudditz. So,
yes. So you were telling me that you were saying something about dreams.
Yeah, I've had some really wacky dreams lately. Like last night, I had two different dreams about my wife. The first dream, I was me and my wife, we moved into this new house. Like it was like a really nice house, kind of like probably how we feel about the one we moved into, but it was actually like in like downtown Charleston, so it kind of had some cool appeal. But the neighborhood was a dive.
Okay.
And for some reason, you know how dreams are weird and you wind up doing shit that it's like, it doesn't make any sense. But we were like hanging out. We were just like walking around the neighborhood naked. And then we saw people coming.
Round one clear, by the way. Round two starting.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
So then we ran underneath these steps, and a neighborhood watch guy saw us, and he's like, hey, you guys can't be naked out here. So we're like, oh no, we can't let him see our face because that's our neighbor who we were going to borrow cups of sugar from.
Yeah, right.
And anyways, then me and my wife get in this huge fight, and she gets so pissed off. Like I want to just give her a kiss. Like, I'm sorry, honey. And she just like turns her face, and so I leave, and I'm walking down the street like I'm going back to our house, and I notice that there's these thugs that are following me, and I'm like, oh, they're following me, and then I notice that they have a gun, and I tried to get away from them down an alley, but you know how you're in a dream and you can't get away from the bad guy.
Right.
So then I was just like, you know what, fuck it.
Which, by the way, this is working perfectly because, like, in the game, I'm walking down an alley right now, beating up a whole bunch of people. It's worked out so well. It's perfect.
We'll be sure to put that in.
Yeah.
So, but what I decide to do is I'm just like, you know what, hell with it. I'm just gonna get shot, and then she'll feel really bad that she yelled at me, and everything will be good.
Right.
So when I surrendered to the fact that I was gonna get shot, all of a sudden, like all the scariness of these thugs chasing me went away, and they basically disappeared.
Yeah.
And then I woke up.
And I realized your fear. Yeah.
Yes. If you're in a dream, apparently if a big monster's chasing you and then you just turn around and like in Harry Potter and you say like Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's not scary anymore. Your brain basically says, oh, you're not afraid anymore. So then I had another dream about her though, and we we're out in LA like we just were like a week ago. But we decided, I texted like Christian Bale. I'm like, hey, you want to get a drink with us? And so he's like, oh yeah, but I'm in New York. And I'm like, oh shit. And then we see Johnny Depp, and my wife has this thing for Johnny Depp. I said, hey, can you take a picture with my wife? And he's like, oh yeah. And all of a sudden,
which is funny because you've actually seen him in real life before, so that is kind of funny.
Yeah. And the weird thing is that he actually, what am I looking at? Oh, so I'm like choreographing this like photo shoot with Johnny Depp, and it's basically like a porn, but I mean they're not naked. They're just I'm like, oh yeah, ride him now and look back at me and growl, and it was really weird. But what I want to talk to you about is the dream I had about you the other night.
Oh boy, if it's anything like that, maybe I don't want to hear it.
It's really weird. I think I was in Elkhart, and it was somewhere in Indiana, and I was at a Walmart, and I'm in there, and all of a sudden, I can't remember why I was there, but I saw a dog. It was actually a dog ran into the store, and it was my dog. I'm like, Sky, what are you doing here? And she comes up and she kind of sniffs my hand, and she's like all excited to see me. I'm like, you just run here from Wisconsin to freaking Indiana? And then she takes off. So I go looking for her, and then all of a sudden I find Sky. But Sky was now you.
Oh, jeez.
But I recognized you as being my dog, Sky. And I'm like, Sky, what are you doing here? You got to get home. And it was you. It was Dudditz. And I was like, I said, you got to get home. I said, do you need like bus money? And she was like, but of course it was you. And you were like moving your head like, and I was like, here, take some of this. And you're like, and you're all happy. And then I had a 5, and you took the 5 out of my hand. I'm like, what do you need a 5? You don't need a 5 for the bus. And then you started like kind of twitching your head, and I kind of scratched you behind your ear, and then you ran off with my money.
Yes, that's awesome, first of all. Second of all, I was a freight dog. I used to fly freight, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
I just can't believe, even though I knew, you looked like you. I mean, like you, and I can't believe I scratched behind your ear, even if you were my dog.
Yeah. By the way, boss fight, and I have to say something about this boss fight. I had a preschool teacher that actually looked like this boss, but it was a woman, not a man. I just thought I'd throw that in there.
It's hot.
It's so hot.
She have balls?
She
like in Scary Movie? Or no, not another teen movie when.
Yeah.
No, a Scary Movie.
Scary Movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just remember thinking that the first time I played the game. I'm like, God, that looks kind of like Miss Pat.
Miss Pat. Now, what if Miss Pat watches these videos? What if she's one of the 3 people that watches our videos?
Oh, I'd be very surprised, and I would apologize and say, sorry, I think you look like this boss character.
Well, yeah, we already had to apologize to our, we'll probably have to apologize to our neo-Nazi fans, as well as the one-legged paraplegic.
Yeah.
Hispanics.
That's right. Yeah, the no-legged Hispanic women.
Yeah.
Yeah, the minority.
I just can't help it. I'm all twisted around what's going on in our dreams. I don't know if you've ever had crazy dreams, but they're messed up. I mean, I had a dream once when I first met my wife, and she's very, very pretty. And when I met her, she was pretty then too. And I was like, I can't believe.
You mean she didn't go from ugly to pretty?
No.
What are you trying to say?
But the funny thing is, I had this dream where I'm like, oh God, I can't believe I'm with this girl that's so good looking. Yeah. And then I see her in my dream, and she's got this big beard, like a burly beard, like the Duck Dynasty guys. And I was like, hey, I don't know how I feel about this beard, but I guess she's really hot, so I guess I could overlook the beard.
Right.
And it's like, what am I thinking? I mean, she's got a beard. That makes her. Anyways.
Well, I mean, not that I know how to analyze dreams or whatever, but maybe that's a way of you saying, you having some sort of mental realization that if something were to happen to her where she was disfigured or didn't look the same anymore, you'd still love her just as much. I don't know.
No, it's probably more likely my affinity for
beards.
Just.
Which is funny because they call a gay guy who's married, they call the wife a beard.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you can be a beard for a gay woman too.
Right. Of course. I know it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
maybe more like a mustache or like unshaved legs or something. I don't know.
Well,
That's her hairy pit right there. So that is. I don't know.
I'd like to.
I don't know what you'd call it. I mean, a beard is funny, so whatever.
So.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, the dog thing is funny. I think it's great that I stayed in character the whole time, even in your dream.
That's how you act. You just kind of take money from random strangers at Walmart to the bus.
Yeah, why not? Maybe I'm just trying to blend in.
I don't know.
Maybe if I act like a dog, they won't suspect me of being somebody who doesn't shop at Walmart.
So I guess this episode was about strange dreams.
Strange dreams. I had a strange dream too about work, and that is that there was an airplane, like we were flying along at altitude, maybe 40,000 feet or whatever, and all of a sudden, like, traffic was called out to us, and it was like this massive, like 8-10 times size, maybe even more, maybe 100 times size, 747 that it was going to cross beneath us, but it was so big, it actually took up our flight level as well, our altitude as well, and so we had to do evasive maneuvers to get around it, like, and we're like just barely missing the thing, like we're skimming along the fuselage, and it just seems to go on forever, and it seems like we're getting sucked into it, like it's almost like it has its own gravitational pull or something, and I don't know. I thought that was kind of an odd one.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it was cool though. Like later, I'm like, that was kind of neat in a way. Like, but I sure was scared shitless.
You ever had lucid dreams?
Like,
what
do
lucid
you mean?
dream is where you know you're dreaming, so you
yeah.
kind of
Oh
do
yeah.
whatever
So
you
you take
want.
control. Sure. Yeah.
All of my lucid dreams have been massive fails.
Really?
It's like, hey, I'm dreaming, so I'm like, I'm gonna fly like Superman, but instead of flying like as cool as Superman looks when he flies, I like start pedaling an imaginary bicycle into the air. It's like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? Or hey, I'm dreaming. So like I remember the best one where I was about to get on this really hot chick, but I'm like, wait, I can't do this. I'm married. I've got a wife at home. And then I started waking up, and I saw my wife next to me. I'm like, I'm fucking dreaming. So I went back to sleep and I nailed her. That was actually pretty cool. But usually it doesn't work out that way. One time I tried getting on this girl. I'm like, I'm dreaming. I'm gonna just go for it. And then her vajayjay looked like that thing that they made Han Solo, that Jabba the Hutt made Han Solo jump in with all the spikes.
The Sarlacc.
Yes, that's what her vagina looked like. Was a Sarlacc.
The pit of Carcoon.
Yes, that was the vagina. I was like, ugh, I don't even want to stick my dream dick in that.
Yeah. Way to go. Way to fuck up your own lucid dream.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and lucid dream tonight.
Okay, what's the premise? Set it up for us viewers and listeners that wanna. Because right now I'm fighting on a bridge, and I'm fighting a woman with a whip, and high heels, and like the fuck me boots, a whole bunch of thugs, and some guy that looks like he has a purple guy that looks like he has a turtle shell on or something.
Okay.
But now there's two girls with whips, and they're trying to whip me into shape or something. I don't know. But either way, I just got whipped.
I'm gonna dream that I am Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get it on with April O'Neil.
With your turtle dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of funny because sometimes it's kind of like slang. What do you call it? Like lingo referring to your. It's like it's crawling back into the shell.
Right. Yeah.
I guess that's poop too. There's certain types of poop.
Definitely
You
poop.
squeeze it out and it sucks back in like a turtle.
Turtle head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poop. Poop's always funny.
We'll see. Maybe I was just having these wild dreams because I was in the Rockies and the altitude was depleted.
You were in the hood. The hood of the Rockies.
I don't know.
It's a rough place, man.
I'd like to hear if anybody watches this. I'd like to hear if you could put in the comments section the craziest dreams you've had.
You should put it in the comments. Something really nutty that's weird, and maybe we'll even mention it on the next one. We'll say, hey, this person had a really crazy dream.
It will have you in the call, and you can tell us. You can talk to us in the call.
That'd be fun. I think we should do that.
Yeah. of a contest between all 4 of you. No, wait a minute. I think we got like 25 now.
Like we said, all 4 of you that watch it, 7-8 times a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. Well, that's I don't know. I felt like I was kind of occupying that whole thing with my stories, but I had to get them off my chest. They were fucked up.
That's okay, because that's how therapy works, and I kind of think that hopefully this is kind of like therapy in a way. Oh, man, I almost got thrown off a ledge. Like I thought for sure I was going over, and like because I'm on the bridge and there's open spots where you can throw your enemies into, and I got thrown, and yeah, I thought I was dead there, but luckily not. My skill prevailed.
So your skill aided
More
in
like
my
luck.
therapy for my messed up dreams. Well,
That's right.
I think we should end because it's like pushing 16 minutes or
Ooh,
more.
yeah.
So
You're tired of us already.
they made it this far.
Yeah.
I'll put an annotation in the beginning.
job,
wait
guys.
till the end. Make it to the end, and you will win something. And what you'll win is being able to talk to us about random bullshit.
What you'll win is a loss of your dignity.
And then you'll be like, oh fuck, I can't believe I sat through that.
Yeah.
All right.
You'll win a knee to the head like that guy just got.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Hot mics.
Thanks, everybody. Hot mics. Later. Subscribe.